So I'm a little bit stuck on the riddle, and I will happily admit I was really tempted to Google it, to search for the solution, but I was patient, and one of you came to my rescue. I think it might not be the solution, but one of you pointed out that there was this thing here. It's actually on the map that might be the solution. The one thing I did look up, because well, obviously we're running out of inspiration, so I did have a little search as if there's a way to actually get inspiration like reliably, because we can't really explore much more of the island, right? So I think drinking tea is a way. Make tea wherever you go. Must be used at a fire. Okay. So, if I make a fire pit, we'll be able to make some tea, and then maybe I can get a bit of extra inspiration. So we'll bike over to this weird statue, and that will maybe do the quest for us, and then I'll see if drinking tea actually earns us some inspiration. Because I thought if I was going to search something, it'd be better if I searched something that, like, getting more inspiration, because then I can just paint a bit more freely, you know, and not worry about... Because if we see like something beautiful, I would quite like to paint it. Hey,
It comes.
Where's your friends? Oh, does that trigger the rain? Oh, is he going to be stuck there? So we'll head over to this statue, make a little bonfire. The only problem with cycling is I'm not picking up any resources while I do it. Right, now where was this statue? Right, so we need to cycle down the coast. Or the water side. I guess it's not a coast, is it? But yeah. Oh, forgive me for Googling something, but it wasn't something story related. Oh yeah, and the big fish. Not sure how we're going to solve that. We need to find the fish first. There's boats over there. Right, so what time is it? So we're going to need to pitch up a tent anyway. Right, that must be what it means. So we need to do a painting here at midday. So in the interim, let's make a fire. Let's not start a forest fire though. Oh right, so we need to make tea. Have I got a book about making tea? Yes. Mountain wort tea. Walker's tea. The mountain wort elevates heart and spirit. Hikers swear by it. I don't have any mountain worts. Lindowian brew, imbued with the quaint, dreamy glimmer of its seaside port town origin. And earthroot tea, a rich woody scent. I've already forgotten. Let's try the Lindowian brew. We might already have some of this, but bloom sack, 2 bloom sacks, 1 root. Excellent. Right, Doesn't give us much inspiration. Oh, does it? How much inspiration was that? Like a quarter? Right, so let's try and make an earth root tea as well. Oh, we're all high. Or is that the smoke? Or is it raining? I can't tell. Is this like a dreamy tea haze? Yeah, look, we've got a list like an effect. Oh, so will this change how the paintings look? I bet it does. I bet that changes how the paintings look. Earthroot tea. That's awesome. Right, so let's get the tent. Put it right next to our fire. Let's rest. And try out the painting, and then hopefully this will open all sorts of doors to the other side of the island. Figuratively, of course. So I'm going to drink some tea first, to be honest. Let's drink the earth root. Yeah, look, it kind of changes like the colour. That's how we change the styles of paintings. Now this one's kind of rubbish, so... Right. Awesome. Right, I'll take a sip of coffee, not tea, unfortunately. Right, so I guess that's how we can kind of customize the way that the paintings look, I think. It was the solution. Right, thank you for that tip in the comments. I don't think the painting turned out too well, too good, but... Okay. A bit blocky. I think that the paintings tend to look a lot better in clearer light. Right, now should I make some more tea? Probably. Pack up the tent. Get the bike out. Actually, let's walk back to Mudwillow because we just used a lot of resources, so we might pick up some stuff along the way. We're high on tea. Be interesting to see how everything looks in the sunlight while we're high on tea. It's ayahuasca. Yeah, everything is looking very rich. Yeah, look, the tea just wore off. Yeah, cool. I need to take that into account for doing other paintings. So we get an earthy, like a rich, like a warmer colour from drinking the earth root. Dreamy glimmer, so that's more like a washed colour, so maybe more like a watercolour style. And I guess the mountain wart tea might make it sharper. Elevates the heart and spirit. Yeah. Awesome. That's a whole new thing. I wish I would have tried that sooner. Very low on inspiration, so I should probably drink some more tea, right? Does it affect like the menus? So will this painting look a bit different? No, but you can see the effect the tea had. So maybe that's definitely how we do different painting styles. It's all coming together. So I need to engage in all the systems, I think, a bit more. The tea is something that I maybe hadn't thought of too much. It doesn't give us that much inspiration anyway, so I don't think I've broken the game too much. Surprise!
Ah, here is something unexpected. I thought my riddle went neglected.
It did,
the
pretty
glowing
much.
sun confines me to mud, but this, it puts life in my blood. It's yours, most valuable thing I own, a trade for the clever wit you've shown. This brew's the only one of its kind, and its powers need a solid mind. Drink slow, once a day, your eyes will grow clear. Just a sip, and treasures will glow when you're near.
Of course.
Sip up, see well, but exercise care. This sight drains your spirit, till none can you spare. I devote myself to studying eyes, and I've seen plenty brimming with lies. But perhaps you're different in the end. Best wishes to you, my clever friend.
I'm not clever. I couldn't figure it out, Mudwillow.
The clever painter.
The tincture. What do you know about the first folk?
Ah, it was you they saw in the dead of night. That makes sense. All is right. You see more than others do. That's all I'll say. Away with you.
Alright. So, yeah, this is how we're gonna find the amulet, right? One drop is all a day is all you need to find the items that you seek. Sip up, see well, but exercise care. This sight drains your spirit till none can you spare. Right. That's how we're gonna find the amulet. Oh, I'm happy, we've progressed. We have progressed. We've drunk tea, we've seen the light, we completed a riddle that I needed help with. Thank you for the comment that explained that to me. Right, off we go to, what was it called? The Salt Spring Coast. Obviously I do have commissions, but I've got very little inspiration currently, so... Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's walk, because I need to maybe have a bit of a restock on the way. Everything shiny, I think, is an item. Must be careful not to pick the sacred, whatever it's called. Oh well. That's the weed anyway, right? Right, so we head up to the Eyrie. Let's have a little chat to our park ranger friend, a bear folk. It's kind of making me want to play Ghost of Tsushima again. Is the PC version out yet? I don't think it's out yet, is it? That would give me an excuse to play the DLC, because... Although I'd probably have to play the whole game first. He's got nothing new to say. See you later. Yeah, because it's just reminded me of the... Well, not specifically, but a bit like the... Is it the Golden Forest in Ghost of Tsushima? Man, I'd be excited to play that game on PC. Because it was already beautiful on the PS4, which was like, what, a 7-year-old console when I played it? But playing it on like proper hardware. Oh, God, can you imagine if it had ray tracing? Oh, I'm getting excited. That'd be beautiful. So yeah, the Iki Island stuff. I'd probably have to download if they allow you to port your save over from PS4, that'd be cool. I don't want to have to replay the whole game just to do the DLC. Right, so I don't know how this stuff works, but I'll give it a go. So, because I didn't end up using the footage from this, I'll just show you what he says.
Sorry, I don't feel like chatting right now.
So when you ask about the roots, he actually tells you he's with the roots.
Oh, you know about us. I wish I could invite you to join the group and drink some tea. But we have to be really wary of the Shez. They're always trying to destroy our plants. What if you're part of the Shez? And maybe I shouldn't tell you any of this. I'm already in enough trouble since I lost my amulet. If the Shez find it, they could infiltrate our tea room. It would be all my fault.
And then the Shez.
They're a faith group. They think our use of the teas is sacrilegious and that their goddess will smite them or something if they don't steal everyone else's tea. It's annoying, though, because they already have plenty of tea and it all just rots away. But still, they want more.
Right,
Sorry.
so yeah.
I don't feel like chatting right now.
Basically, I spoke to him and then looked up and down the beach for like 10 straight minutes. So I didn't put it in the video. Right, let's drink this. Wait, what? It drains my inspiration? Oh. Is that draining my inspiration? Seriously? How do I stop it? Stop! Oh, there we go. Oh. Sip the water straight away. Gosh, that's made me panic. Got your amulet, I think. Was that the amulet? No, alphabetical, sorry. A strange item I found on the shore. It's pretty heavy. Here you go, mate. Helen.
Oh, you found my amulet.
Yes!
I thought I lost it for good.
Good job I'm here, mate.
I'll say. This is a key to my organization, the Roots. We're committed to the proper use of dream teas. The proper use being to use them.
Damn
We
straight.
get our fair share of trouble from the Shez. They think tea should only be used for sacrifice. That's why we have to be so careful.
Yeah, there's a wanted sign.
Well, yeah, the Shez are always harassing us about it. They're upset because we use the holy tea instead of leaving it to get moldy like they do. They have plenty of their own tea to sacrifice, but they want to rescue ours specifically. You should hear the crazy plots they come up with to steal from us. Maybe don't mention any of this to them.
I won't.
You seem like an honest person, though. If you want to give it a try, come visit us.
What's the password?
Our meeting place is kind of hidden away. Not everyone in Nava understands dream teas, you know?
I know, I found it.
The door is on the outer wall of the city, facing toward the sea. Take the underground tunnel starting near the bread stand in Nava.
Yeah,
There's a walkway that leads right to the entrance.
I know.
These amulets are a
Password.
ticket inside.
Oh,
But you
right.
just tell the person behind the door that the password is Dreamland, and I'll make sure you get in. I'll see you there sometime. Thanks again for finding my amulet.
Dreamland. Right, so the question is, do we go to the secret tea meeting before we share the password with the guy? I'm not sure. I'll try to not use the bike as much. At least when we go to a new area. So let's double check our journal then. Yep. So let's go there first, and then we can tell Osha. The shares are up north anyway. We need to find this fish. A distinct hoot. Maybe that's up north as well. The paintings for our mother are up north as... Oh, yeah. We can't get to the top of the tower, and we can't get to the Tiffmore Bluffs just yet. That's up north. And that's up north as well. I mean, there might be more springs here. I found... How many springs have I... hot springs have I found? 2 or 3? Definitely found 2. Found one on the mountaintop, and there's one down here by the beach. Let's zip ourselves over. Oh, I'm happy that we've progressed with a little bit of help from you guys in the comments. Now I might need to wait until after dark. Was it after midnight that the club meets? So I'll tell you what, we'll go and rest after all the tea that we just drank. We'll see what's on at the teapot, the tarnished teapot. We'll see what they've got on tonight. They might have like a new tale that we hear, because we get inspiration from those tales, and I'm kind of desperate for inspiration. The pauper and the elk. 7 o'clock. I will be there. I will not be square. Right. Let's have a cheeky kip. A few hours. Then we'll listen to a story. We'll have another kip, and until midnight, and then we'll go to the secret tea addicts meeting. Excellent. I'm early. Does someone just show up, or?
Gather round, tea drinkers. Listen here. You ever hear of the story of the pauper and the elk? Oh, nary a traveller should pass through the borders of Eastshade without hearing the tale. Well, there was this boy, you see, a young pauper, who wandered Eastshade to and fro. Every day he settled himself on the cobblestone streets of Nava, the Portalinda, or anywhere he thought passerby might take pity and toss a few glowstones his way. Most folks, they caught a glimpse of his tattered rags and unkempt appearance and looked the other way. Lucky he was, surviving all those nights he did as a youngster. Many days he made do with crumbs and fish scraps scrounged from the city. When he was fortunate enough to find such shreds before sunset, he'd hike along the shore to bathe in the hot springs. Other times he travelled no further than the forest river, thankful for a clean drink and somewhere to watch the colours of the sunset dance upon the water. Now, to say this pauper felt disparaged by his lack of glowstones would be a misleading claim indeed. He may have been alone by society standards. Folks certainly did turn up their snouts at him, but he could oft be found humming to himself, his inner life filled with imagination and more than a speck of joy. Most folk would be saddened by the lack of bread and tea, or the absence of thick quilts to warm the bones on a cold night, and yet this boy had to live through it each day. Hard to say whether it was the energy he put out into the world or the sound of his voice when the boy hummed. Whichever it was, one night an elk came to drink at the river's edge, unperturbed by the pauper's presence. Now, when the boy spotted the elk, He could scarcely believe his eyes. Great shade! You ever experience anything like it? An elk coming to you in the quietest hours of sunset? Well, this elk, it was most unusual in more ways than one. Above its sleek body, white horns rose up and swirled together in the most magnificent way. When the elk spotted the boy, it stared at him a long moment, then bounded back into the forest, for it was a shy creature, as most of them are. I'm willing to bet few other folks even know they exist in these woods. In fact, the pauper was the only folk to which the elk revealed itself. Imagine that! A penniless boy sighting this sacred animal ahead of all other folks, including those of higher stature. Though the elk found the pauper strange, walking on two legs and all, every eve the boy went to the river. The elk showed itself for longer and longer periods at a time. One night, the elk was standing tall in the river, same place the boy usually stood, and the boy, with great uncertainty, slowly, very slowly, eased himself down in the water toward the elk. The elk, with those white swirled antlers, blonde fur, and piercing eyes, stared evenly at the pauper. The boy fully expected the elk to dart away as he drew near, but even when the boy extended his hand and stroked its cheek, the elk stood stiller than the great shade. Wasn't long after that, pauper and elk became friends of sorts. It was as if the elk understood the boy's situation in the world and took pity on him. 'Twasn't long before the elk showed him the secrets of the forest, bounding ahead and communicating in some unspoken language, showing the boy which berries to forage and which would make him sick. Those rare times the boy fell ill, the elk even showed him which herbs to soothe the pain. Many a secret lies here in the forests, you see. Only some creatures and folk know how to commune with nature. I'm not saying I'm one of them. I just tell the stories of these folks. For a time, the boy abandoned his ventures into the city, preferring instead to wander round with the elk, experimenting with combining them herbs. Eventually, there came a day when the boy, now near a man, returned to town, selling his potions and salves to the people in clothes he made of the forest plants. Same folk who pretended not to see him in years before now lined up to buy these salves from him. Imagine that! What would you do in the same situation? Those folks giving you glowstones for things you made when not long ago they wouldn't even look you in the eye. Anyway, 'twasn't long before this man was one of the most respected citizens in Eastshade. Folks on faraway islands placed orders, and his wares were shipped far and wide, setting sail from the very docks where he'd eaten fish scraps as in years past. The pauper, medicine man, lived a long, prosperous life, till just a few decades back. Shame you can't meet him now. In fact, he could have had any tombstone he wanted. Granite, diamonds, gold leaf. But he requested one of the most simple around. Just a small pattern of stars, same as the ones Nava astronomers say mysteriously appeared in the night sky a few decades back. Some have even said those stars only came into view just shortly after he opened up his shop. Coincidence? Perhaps. But I think not.
Interesting.
If you look closely at the night sky, you can find that bunch of stars shining more brightly still than any others. Most folks speculate on the shape of them stars. Many claim they take the shape of some sort of stag, with antlers that differ far from another stag they've ever seen. Of course, for me and my kinsman, we know the truth about them stars, and of the guardian elk that looks after the most overlooked among us, all the while keeping an eye on the forest and the balance of nature all around us.
Awesome, man. That's my favourite story we've heard here. That was really nice. That's cool, man. So you have a reason to come back to the pub, right? Awesome. Pauper and the Elk. That was a really cool story. I really like that one. Right. Let's have another rest. Till midnight. Not long away. Then we'll get into the secret tea club, and then we'll gift the password to... Was it Osher? The guy who sells stuff for a single glowstone. The pound shop guy, you know. Who wants to be in the secret tea club himself. Cue the music game. Interesting, the whole thing, the whole element of those stars appearing in the sky after he died. Oh, thank you. Sailor in the Sea, we've heard that one. So okay, there's been 3 stories. I think we've heard them all then. The blacksmith must be above us. What was the password? Dreamland? Not very subtle. Inception. It awaits us.
What's the password?
Dreamland.
Come on in then.
Hello there, fair folk. It's very dark in here, man. Sorry. Wow, this is awesome. Inception awaits. Oh, wow. Right, what's this? Deposit extra tea. Received Silver Dream Tea. And received Blue Dream Tea. Hi there.
Welcome, friend. We haven't seen you here before.
What can you tell me about the roots?
We're a very old community of people with a passion for exploration of the mind. Our practices have been dying out due to criticism from other religions. The founders of the roots believed that dream teas were given to us by the goddesses as a way to visit the other worlds they've created.
I take it you believe that?
Certainly not.
Oh, no, right.
But it's a romantic story nonetheless. Would you like to select a tea?
Sure.
Each blend has its own properties with different effects. Please, select a tea and step into a boat to enjoy an exciting dream. We only ask that you do not leave with the teas in your possession.
Oh.
This is the best place to use them. Sleep well.
Oh, I wonder how this is going to work. What about the chaise?
The Shez insist that the dream teas should be sacrificed to TM, their goddess. They grow the teas, care for them, then leave the plants to waste. That's fine for them, but now they want to confiscate all of our tea too. Farewell.
Okay. Right, let's find ourselves a little corner. And let's see what happens. Silver dream tea or blue dream tea. Here's to a not so restful sleep. Time for an exciting nap. So this one's going to be a bit more chaotic. This one's going to be more, I don't know. Let's go silver first. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen. Oh. Oh, we can jump really high. And we're going to jump off the waterfall. Bit of platforming. Wow. Oh my gosh. Awesome. I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you drink this tea? That's what would happen. Right, and let's check out the blue tea. The blue dream tea. Let's get as high as possible. Oh no, you drunk the blue and silver tea? You're not supposed to do that. Oh, we're floating in the sky. Look at all the balloons. Can't jump as high in this one. Beautiful. The purple one. What, do we want to chop down the grass? Fair enough. I mean, I don't know what we want that for, but we need to chop a tree down or something. I thought that the plants might grow or something. I guess we need to chop the tree down. Farewell. Well, that was cool. I don't think we had any extra. That was cool. Dream tease. Inception. I mean, I don't know if you guys how heavily you've looked into lucid dreaming, but it is a thing that many people claim that they can do, where they can consciously enter their own dreams. And you know, because typically when there's like a point in a dream, usually when you realize that you're in a dream, that's usually when you wake up, where something breaks reality, or sorry, or the illusion. You break the illusion. You notice something like your clothes or lack of clothes or something like that, or some sort of physical interaction or something that's off. Whereas people who lucid dream are able to interact fully in their dreams, and they only wake when their sleep finishes. Like, there's not like a point in the dream where they're kind of woken against their will. And I've looked into it, like I can't do it. I'm not sure if anyone can, but maybe they can. Right, it's to do with having like a tether or something that you notice in the dream, I think, that's consistent with reality, I think, or something that, I don't know, I can't remember what it is. I'd have to look into it again, but it's very fascinating. Like, because I love the idea of having a different life. Oh, he's gone to bed. I love the idea of having a different life in your dreams, like a legitimate different life. And then, yeah. You know, because there's that bit in Inception, you know. They come here to dream every day? No. They come to be woken up. That kind of thing, right? Let's go to wake at working hours, when this guy will probably be here. Then we should be able to get the sealant for Bojan, and well, not for us to craft a raft. I need to look into lucid dreaming again. I've piqued my own interest. I think it requires a lot of personal, like, training, like psychological training. Hello there, friends. Was it Osha? Got a password for you.
Life is good here in Nava. Got some.
About
Would
the
you like to
sealant.
buy some sealant? It'll be 500 glowstones.
I've got the roots password.
No kidding. Well, smack me in the bloom sack and call me a tea kettle. Better than the glowstones, if you ask me. Much obliged. Here you go.
See you later. Oh, what have you got for
Did I
sale?
mention some people call me one glow? I only ever have one item for sale at a time, and I only 500. See, I like the right now that thing. Apparently, the shipment that was coming ran a reef, which is just the kind. Oh, were you now? Would you like to buy some sealant? It'll be fine. There's only one thing I want to get in. Get me.
Right, he just went on a cycle there. Right, so. Oh, I've run out of twine. Okay, so there's loads of white bloom sack over in that area. So I'll tell you what, guys. We'll do that in the next video, shall we? That will be the plan. We'll head over to the Lindo area, pick up a load of white bloom sack, pick up, try and find some more roots, just forage in the forest a little bit, so that we're always stocked up. I'll probably actually go and buy some more canvases, actually. from the art dealer. But yeah, we'll pick it up from here next time, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a thumbs up if you did. And just remember, everybody, never trust an uncrate. I'll see you next time.